Now, not only that, I think this evening was really designed to make me look worse. And let me explain that. Last night at our District 6400 Meet the Governor night, we celebrated one of Michael's classmates, my wife Sue, who will be governor next year for the district to the south and east of yours. That's right, they are classmates together. And I also had the honor of introducing your last speaker, Jennifer Jones, as we celebrated her appointment, as you heard, as next year's Vice President of Rotary International. Now, during my introduction, I explained that I had the luck of following Jennifer as District 6400's governor. Liz, they didn't all hear you. The bartenders didn't hear that. Were you laughing? From that point on, I have been known as that guy who was governor after Jennifer Jones. And tonight, here I am again, that guy who followed Jennifer Jones. Now, I've been asked to speak to what it's been like to escort Michael through his Rotary leadership arc. That is a quote, by the way, from an email. I must admit that when I first discovered I was going to be Michael's official Rotary International appointed mentor, I was a little bit concerned. Now, I've known Michael for many years, from our district in the 90s, as you heard, when he was a group study exchange member on a team in South Africa with one of our now past district governors. At the time when Michael was on the team with him, he wasn't even a Rotarian yet, Michael Dubin. So we've been acquainted for a few decades now. As a successful professional speaker, one important personality trait is self-confidence. Now, if you flip that around and you find a key personality trait of someone who's confident, it's self-importance. Michael has been blessed with an ample reservoir of both traits. So here I am, Michael's mentor. Now, I've been mentor for a few other about-to-be governors, including one of your own, PDG Steve Yacht from your district. And while I found it to be a pleasant experience, Michael just said, I didn't know that. Listen up. I found mentoring to be a pleasant experience prior to Michael, but I never felt like I was particularly useful or had much wisdom to impart. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure a couple of my mentees never even knew I was their mentor. So imagine my surprise when one day my phone rang and Michael's name popped up on my caller ID. And the conversation ahead of me flashed through my mind. Hi Bruce, Angelo Caruso here. I heard you were going to be my mentor. But don't worry, I won't bother you. I already know everything there is to know about being governor. You will have it easy this year. Now, because my mind is accustomed to playing verbal chess, I began coming up with all of my responses. The first being, that's fantastic news, Michael, because I already have way too much to do, and being your Rotary therapist was way down on that list. Or, gosh darn it, Michael, I was looking forward to hearing how great you are. Again. But ladies and gentlemen, that's not how it went at all. Instead, Michael had a lot of questions about your district and initiatives that you were already doing. Some new ones he was interested in pursuing. And what would be the best ways to engage you, the members and leaders in his district, to get more great things done in District 6380. And they were really good questions. Now, many professional speakers are really good at speaking, not necessarily so good at listening. Yet Michael's questions proved to me that he had been listening a lot. So we had like a half-hour discussion about his ideas, his dreams, his hopes, and we went over all of his questions, but more than questions, they were really ideas. And one thing that was a constant during that conversation was his enthusiasm. His single-minded goal of making your district better than it had ever been and challenging you, the District 6380 Rotarians, to exercise your Rotary muscles more than you ever had before. And after we hung up, I was as energized by our talk as I believe he was. However, knowing how busy a district governor-elect is, especially one that's on the road with his speaking career every week, sleeping in hotel rooms with random future vice presidents of Rotary International, I wasn't sure that I'd really ever be hearing from him again. And then a month or so later, another phone call, and then a meeting during his International Assembly training in San Diego this past January, and then more phone calls. Now, as a husband who's been married to this beautiful lady for nearly 32 years, I can assure you that I'm wrong as often as I'm right. But I was really wrong on this one. Angelo Caruso proved to be a phenomenal protege, and I can tell you that he deeply cares about you, the clubs and the Rotarians in District 6380, and wants you to engage in many successful projects that exemplify John Germ, our Rotary National President next year's theme, Rotary, Serving Humanity. Now, I may be a little partial, but I was beaming with pride when Sue delivered her address to our members at our Meet the Governor evening last night, and I feel the same way with Michael. I believe that District 6400 and 6380 are going to have an absolutely awesome year under the leadership of these two outstanding governors. And I hope you will do everything you can to take advantage of Angelo Caruso's enthusiasm and willingness to do whatever it takes to help you excel in the year ahead. As we celebrate our Rotary Foundation's 100th anniversary, you are poised to reach new heights in District 6380 as you live the Rotary Foundation motto and do good in the world. Michael, all the best to you in the year ahead, and please call me anytime.